Hello and welcome to Tutorial 2. Here we'll be looking at how to input some information and appointments into Outlook calendar, and we'll be building upon some of the skills that we've learnt in the last tutorial. So now that we've got our nice template, it's time to start putting in some appointments. So the way we do this is quite simple. We really just need to double click the time of the appointment, and let's say we've got a small band rehearsal. Then what I like to do is actually color code them. So remembering we've already set all our color coding, so all we have to do is look for small ensemble. There it is, and we can just save it, and it goes from 10 till midday, and there it is. There's our appointment straight away. We can actually also, by double clicking this, go back and edit any one of these elements, so we can change the start and end time in here, or we can even leave notes about the rehearsal in here. So what we can actually do is, in essence, just have like a tag, which is what we can see on the calendar, and then here is more detailed information about the rehearsal. We can also leave notes about what we're going to cover in that rehearsal or appointment or any of that for future appointments. So say I've got a rehearsal in 3 weeks, I can do this exact same process, say in this rehearsal we will cover this and this material, which is great for class, for private practice, or when you've got an appointment coming up with someone that you want to prepare for. The other neat thing about these appointments is, instead of having to copy paste these over the next few weeks, we can actually hit this recurrence button, and that lets us tell the program that I want this to happen for the next 12 weeks in a row, say, and yeah, that will automatically project that appointment onto the next 12 weeks at that particular time. You can make it happen a weekly, daily, or a monthly thing, or yearly. So the way we can make this stick is we just say save and close, and then we can see that next week that appointment's happening again. This is an appointment that I've already put in, so don't worry about that. It's just popped up there. So what we want to do is, I've just prepared a few more appointments, which is a bit further down, and we can see that by putting in our normal class times and work commitments, our timetable starts to fill up a little bit, and this is looking like a fairly realistic university timetable with contact time. What we want to do now is that we've got our fixed appointments and contact times, is start to actually develop the timeline, which will indicate to us what we're going to achieve and how. So the way we can do this is actually, all we want to do is go, and once we have something that we want to achieve, say a goal, say by next week I want to have learnt a particular piece. So I can say by this day here I want to have learnt song number 5. Now I know that this song will I will require 3 rehearsals, 3 1-hour rehearsals to have accomplished this song. Of course I like to color code things, so I'll just put this under major study, and I'll put so say here I'll put in 1 hour, and we're just double clicking to get to this window. So say practice song number 5 under major study, and I can say to myself, by this stage I should almost have the song memorized. I should pretty much have this song memorized. And that's 1 hour. And then before that, say we'll have another rehearsal, another practice here, and so we'll want to have the second half of the song done by here. And the day before, we'll have the first half of the song done. So we can see that straight away we've got a very nice picture of what we have to practice or what we have to achieve and by when, so that there's no sudden surprise when this song is finally due, or when I have to have it done by, or whatever. It's just nicely done. And of course, if the really neat thing about having this living document is, if I get to the end of this rehearsal and I find that, say, I've only learnt the first 2 bars, I can very easily just drag that appointment here, which makes this next rehearsal a little bit longer and allows me to complete what I've wanted to do. We can do this with any appointment, recurring or non-recurring, and you can tell it that you wanted to change that occurrence or any of them. So say we wanted to go into this theory class, it asks you whether you want to edit just this particular class or the whole series or any of that kind of stuff. It's fairly straightforward. Now remembering, and this is particularly for John's students, that what we have to demonstrate is what we want to achieve, which is of course this here, so having learnt and memorized song number 5, and how we're going to achieve it. So what steps we're going to take to have achieved it. And the idea is to put in probably a bit more detail than I have, but you know, you're not going to just be learning one song. So say in a practice session, you'll want to be knowing what kind of scales you'll be up to, or what kind of scales you'd like to be up to by that stage, and what steps you'll have taken to get there. Fantastic. So that actually completes tutorial number 2. In the next tutorial, I'll be looking at how to actually view these windows and have them show the information on them. We're also going to see how to print, and we're just going to see a couple cool little tricks that we can use to make this program a little bit more user-friendly and a little bit more usable. Right, thank you very much.